On Jonathan, we're the world's largest shark.
Checkmark scientific name. Ringcoded typus. Checkmark common name. Whale shark checkmark type. Cartilaginous fish. Same class as sharks and rays.
It's not your typical tourist destination. Until recently, soon we pass a pod of dolphins.
Whale sharks live in warm tropical and subtropical waters around the world. They are mostly found in Indo-Pacific Ocean, India, Pakistan, coastal
They
areas
circle
of
the boat a few
Balochistan,
times to check us out,
Myanmar,
then vanish.
Maldives, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, Australia.
Then we come
Atlantic
across
Ocean,
a group of
Gulf
eagle
of
rays
Mexico,
frolicking
Caribbean,
at the
Brazil,
calm
Red
surface.
Sea and East African coast. They often migrate over large distances.
I've
in
never
search of
seen
food.
eagle rays doing this
Appearance length.
before. I'm
Up to
not even
40
sure
feet,
what they're up
12
to.
meters.
But
Some
after a
grow up
few
to
minutes,
60
we have to
18
move on.
meters. Wait,
As we approach,
15 to 20
we find a
tons
giant
total. Gray or
manta
blue
ray
with
feeding
white,
right
yellow
at the
spots and
surface,
stripes.
mouth wide open.
Very large, up to 5 feet wide, body, flat head, wide body with a powerful tail. What does a
Mantis
whale
can
shark
reach
eat?
20
Whale
feet
sharks are
across,
filter feeders.
but this is just
They
a
eat by
small
sucking
one,
in
only
water
about the
and
size of a
filtering out
car.
tiny food. Plankton krill fish eat small fish, tiny crustaceans. They are gentle giants and completely harmless to humans. Reproduction
Finally,
whale
Andreas
sharks are
spots what we're
oviviparous.
looking for,
Eggs hatch
the
inside the mother,
huge
and
head
live
of a
pups are
whale
born.
shark sticking up out of the
female can
water.
carry hundreds of
As we
embryos.
pull the
Baby
boat
sharks
up
are born
alongside
around
the
40
shark,
to 60
I can see its
centimeters,
massive
1.5
mouth
to 2
open
feet
and
in length.
funneling water in like a
Mating and birthing
gigantic
sites are
storm
still
drain.
mostly unknown
The
to
shark is
scientists.
feeding.
Lifespan
But what
average
could it be
lifespan,
eating? It's more
70
than
to 100
30
years.
feet
Some may
long.
live up to
What could
130
feed
years.
such an enormous
Threats to
animal?
whale sharks.
To
Whale
find
sharks are
out, I
endangered
don
due
my
to
snorkel.
Made for us,
overfishing,
and to
for meat
swim
and
among the
fins,
different species
boat
there
collisions getting
is
trapped in
truly
fishing
magical.
nets.
That I found
Pollution
myself
and climate
crying on
change
camera
conservation status.
because I was so
IUCN
moved by these
Red List,
massive,
endangered,
gentle
protected
beasts
in
who
many
swim
countries.
really, really
International
slowly,
trade is
like
restricted
3
under
miles an
CITES.
hour.
Whale sharks
And
in
they have this
Pakistan.
beautiful
Sightings reported
constellation
near
of
Karachi,
stripes and
Ormar,
spots all over their
Water,
bodies.
Hasni.
Every
Sometimes
whale
found
shark has a
washed
unique
ashore.
spot pattern on
Conservation
them.
efforts are
You don't really
increasing in
see that with
Pakistan's
other
coastal
sharks, and it's a really
regions.
cool feature for those
Interesting
guys.
fact,
So every
their
single one of
skin
them
is
is
about 10
different.
centimeters
In the
thick,
same way that
among the
humans
thickest of
have
any
different
animal.
fingerprints,
They have
I would
over
sort of
300
liken
rows of tiny
what
teeth,
their
but they
patterns
don't
look like.
chew.
And how a landlocked
Each whale
aquarium
shark
in
has
the
a unique
capital of
spot
Georgia
pattern,
came
like
to
a
be home to
fingerprint.
some of the world's
They can
largest
travel
fish,
thousands of
whale
kilometers
sharks.
across oceans.
Kelly Lake
The whale
manages the
shark,
Ocean Voyager
Ringcoded
habitat
typus,
at the
is the
Georgia
largest
Aquarium.
fish species in
So
the
whale
world.
sharks are sharks,
Despite
they
its
are
gigantic
fish.
size,
The whale part of their
sometimes
name is the
reaching over 40
descriptor,
feet.
and they have it for
It
two
is a
reasons.
gentle,
One is
slow-moving,
because of their
and
size.
peaceful
They
creature
are the
that
largest
poses no
fish in the
threat to
world, which
humans.
means a lot of people
It
associate
mainly
that kind of
feeds on
size with a
plankton,
whale, not
small
with a
and
fish.
microscopic
And also
organisms.
because of what they eat. They're
Today,
filter
we
feeders,
will
so they're
dive
eating a
deep
lot of the
into the
same types of
fascinating
foods
topic of whale
that
shark
baleen whales would be
reproduction,
eating.
including how mating
So
occurs,
it's sort of
how many
a dual
babies the
purpose,
female
both their
gives
size
birth to,
and their.
and the
These
structure and
animals are
size of the
incredible.
male reproductive
And to just
organs.
be a
1.
person,
Do whale sharks
different
lay eggs
kind
or
of
give
life.
birth to babies?
I didn't
Most
expect
fish
to be
species
emotional,
either
but
lay
it's
eggs, oviparous, or
moving.
give birth to
Species that
living
is
young
still
viviparous.
fished as food
But the
during our
whale shark is
lifetime.
ovoviviparous,
Are there any other
which is a
threats that
mix of
face
both.
them in other parts of the world?
The female
People
lays
are
eggs,
definitely the
but
largest
inside her
threat
own
to whale
body.
sharks.
These eggs
The
hatch
good news
internally,
is
and the
that there
babies
are
continue to
places
grow
that
inside the mother.
are starting to
When they
understand
are
the
fully
value of whale
developed,
sharks,
she
and
gives
they're
birth to
not
live
allowing
young.
fishing any
A
longer.
single female
Taiwan
whale
is actually a
shark
really
can
great
give birth to
example of
over
that.
300
After we
pups at one time,
were there and
although
got
many
our
of them
whale
do not
sharks from them,
survive to
they
adulthood
actually
due to predators
changed
and
their
other
laws so
dangers
that
in the
whale
ocean.
sharks are no longer allowed to be
2.
fished there, which
How
is
do whale
Amazing
sharks
facts about the
Mating
whale
among
shark.
whale sharks is a rare
The
and
whale
mysterious
shark is
event.
the largest
Usually
shark in the
happens deep
ocean,
in the ocean,
growing to a
away from
maximum
human
of
observation.
65 feet
However,
long
some
and
facts
weighing
are known.
over 10
During
tons.
the warmer
That's
seasons,
more than
a male
3
whale
times
shark
the
will search
size
for
of the.
receptive
It also
females.
makes the whale shark the
Once he
largest
finds
fish
one,
living
he
today.
swims beside her
Unlike
and
great
performs
whites,
courtship
however,
behaviors,
the
such
whale
as
shark's
nudging and tail
3,000 teeth are tiny,
The male
and they do
whale
not,
shark has
repeat,
two
do not
reproductive
use
organs
them to
called
tear apart
prostate,
mammals. In
located near
fact,
the pelvic
their
floor.
teeth are of
These
little
are used
use.
to deliver
So what does a
sperm
whale
into the
shark eat
female's
to
body.
survive? For that,
3.
we need a quick
Male
sidebar.
reproductive organs.
You're watching the
Size and
spawning
function
ritual of
claspers
the
in male
dog
whale
snapper.
sharks can grow up to
The
20
dog
to 30
snappers
centimeters long,
parade up the
depending
water.
on the size and
At the
age
top of the
shark.
parade loop, the
These
females
organs
lay
are
their
not used
eggs
for
and the males
urination or
release
other
their
purposes.
sperm,
They are
which
specifically
leads
for
to
mating.
whale shark
Each
chow.
clasper has a groove that guides sperm into the female during
The whale shark is what's called a filter feeder. As it swims with its huge 4-foot-wide mouth open, prey like these dog snapper eggs gets trapped in a sieve or rakers, while water is expelled right back out through the gills. But dog snapper eggs aren't the only caviar these big mouths love to eat.
The act of copulation is believed to last between 90
Cubera
seconds to 5
gather in
minutes.
deep water and
The
form a
male may make
cyclone
several
that
attempts to
whirls
mate,
toward
and
the
the female
surface.
will only allow
The
what she
female
feels
turns
safe
white
to
to attract males.
Some
They
researchers
swarm
have
her in a
captured
frenzy,
videos of the
releasing
process,
sperm as she
confirming this
releases her
estimated
eggs.
time range.
A single
5.
Cubera female can
Gestation
release
and birth.
tens of
Once the sperm
thousands
has
of eggs a
fertilized the
night,
eggs inside
for
the
as many
female,
as 5 nights in a
pregnancy
row.
begins.
And
The
since whale
estimated
sharks can
gestation
process
period
over
is 10 to 14
1,500
months.
gallons of water
For
each
pups,
hour,
baby
that
whale
means
sharks
plenty
grow
of
inside the
Cubera
mother's
eggs
uterus.
here for the gulping.
When they are ready to
After
survive
all,
on their own,
this
the
monster
female
of a
gives
shark
birth to
has
an
no
open
interest in chomping a
Each
big
pup is
gamey
about
human.
60 centimeters
As long as they have their more
long in
delicate,
birth.
tiny prey
The
around,
birth is done
these
in a
giants
relatively
are
safe
sure to be
area,
satisfied.
often away from
We got a whale
predators.
shark off port side, about
6.
50 feet.
What happens after birth? The mother does not care
And
for her
finally,
young
the
after
strategic
birth.
placement pays off.
Whale shark pups are born fully capable of swimming and finding food. They instantly become independent and start navigating the ocean alone. Sadly, many newborns do not make it to adulthood due to natural predators or environmental threats. 7.
Looks like to be a good
Why
size
is
one, maybe
research
about
on
15,
whale
18
shark
feet.
mating limited? Studying whale shark reproduction is extremely difficult because they live in remote and deep areas of the ocean. Mating and birth have rarely been observed in the wild.
They
Only a
suspect that this
handful of
pocket
whale
of
shark
water
embryos
is
have
somewhat
ever
of a
been studied
nursery
directly.
because in the water,
In
typically you're supposed to
1995,
be
one female was
intimidated
captured
or
off the coast
makes
of
you happy
Taiwan
and
and
excited.
found to be
and
carrying
maybe the
over
fact that,
300
they're not.
embryos. This
Whale
remains
sharks
one
are
of the most
filter
valuable
feeders.
pieces
They
of
inhale
research to
water
date.
and expel it from the
8.
gills.
Conservation
Between
status
the gill
whale
bars
sharks
is a
are listed
filter
as
trapping the
endangered
shark's
by the
diet to
International
plankton.
Union for Conservation of
Anything
Nature,
much larger than that
IUCN.
isn't on the menu.
Their populations are declining due to overfishing.
As
pollution,
gentle as these
and
giants
collisions
are,
with
the
ships.
slightest uneasiness
Many
seems to spook
countries
them,
have banned hunting or harming whale
leaving
sharks.
me trying to keep
They are
up and
also
eventually having
protected
to
in marine
reposition again.
conservation zones. Raising awareness and investing in
Shane, head to
scientific
the shore.
research is
The
essential
whale
to
shark's by
protecting
the
this
shoreline.
magnificent species.
We spent
Final
so
thoughts: the
long
reproduction of the whale
trying
shark
to
is one of nature's
find these
most
things, and then we
fascinating and
find them and
mysterious
they're just
processes.
racing away
From
from
internal
us all
egg
the time,
hatching
and
to
we
giving
can't keep
birth
up
to
and
hundreds
really
of pups,
get the
every
shots
part
that
of
we
the
wanted.
process is
But
unique.
finally, we come
Although
across
there
one
is
that
still
was.
much to discover, what we
he
do
just
know
was
shows just
playful.
how complex and intelligent nature truly is.
As it turns out, I guess for his
Protecting the whale
close-up.
shark means protecting an entire ecosystem. This giant of the ocean deserves our respect, care, and continuous scientific attention. Let us all do our part to conserve marine life and ensure that future generations can witness the wonder of the world's largest fish, the gentle whale shark. Whale. What is a whale shark? Scientific name: Rhincodon-typus. Length: up to 40 feet, 12 meters, weight: over 15 tons. Diet: plankton, small fish, shrimp, harmless to humans. Despite its name, the whale shark is not a whale, but the largest fish species in the world. It is gentle, slow-moving, and often referred to as a gentle giant of the ocean. How valuable is a whale shark? Although hunting and trading whale sharks is illegal in many countries, they are still illegally hunted in some places due to the high value of their body parts on the black market. Part use: estimated price: liver oil, traditional medicine, lighting, £300 to £1,000 per liter; skin leather products, bags, shoes, up to £2,000; gallbladder, Chinese medicine, £1,000 to £3,000. Meat consumed in some Asian countries, £20 to £50 per kilogram. Cartilage supplements, medicine, £100 to £500 per kilogram. Fins: shark fin soup, £5,000 or more. Note: this information is for educational purposes. Hunting or trading whale sharks is considered a serious environmental crime. What products are made from it? 1. Medicines. Traditional Chinese and Asian medicine uses its liver oil and gallbladder. Claimed benefits: boost in energy, skin disease treatment, bone strength, and more. 2. Food: meat is eaten in places like Taiwan, Japan, Thailand, and the Philippines. However, it can be toxic due to high mercury content. 3. Cosmetics: liver oil is sometimes used in creams, soaps, and lotions. 4. Shark fin soup, a luxury dish in China and some other countries made from its fins. 5. Jewelry and decor. Skull, bones, or teeth rarely are used for decorative purposes in some regions. Legal status listed as endangered on the IUCN Red List. Included in CITES Appendix 2, trade is regulated or banned. Protected in many countries like the Philippines, Indonesia, Australia, etc. Ecological importance plays a major role in maintaining marine ecosystem balance. Helps filter plankton and small organisms, a natural ocean cleaner. Peaceful nature, not dangerous to humans. Tourism value. In countries like Mexico, Maldives, and the Philippines, whale sharks are a major tourist attraction. People pay to go diving or snorkeling alongside these massive fish. A single whale shark can generate thousands of pounds annually in ecotourism. End summary. The whale shark is one of the most majestic
Eventually,
and valuable
I was
sea
able to
creatures,
keep up.
but its survival is under threat due to illegal trade. While its body parts can fetch high prices, conservation is far more valuable. It contributes to marine health, tourism, and biodiversity. Greater than protecting this species means protecting the balance of our oceans.